Did you know no financial panic on Earth lasts longer than 90 seconds unless you personally keep it alive? That's right. The gut punch you feel when your 401k drops 8 grand in an afternoon burns off in about a minute and a half. Here's what's happening. The second you see that red number, your body dumps stress chemicals into your bloodstream. They're flushed out completely within 90 seconds, unless you keep the circuit running with your own thoughts. This isn't a hack from a finance influencer. It's neuroscience, discovered by Harvard-trained neuroanatomist Dr. Jill Bolte-Taylor. What keeps panic alive isn't the loss itself. It's the story you replay after the loss is already over. Next time the market drops and your stomach drops with it, try this instead of opening the app and hitting sell. Notice the tightness in your chest. Count to 90 while you breathe. Don't fight the fear. Just watch it pass through you like a bad news cycle, because that's exactly what it is. We've all sold at the exact bottom and regretted it 15 minutes later. Blaming the market for your worst trade is like blaming the weatherman for forgetting your umbrella. Your emotions don't make your financial decisions. They just have an incredible sales pitch. Chapter 1. The $4,000 lie your brain tells you. Financial disappointment isn't caused by the number in your account. It's caused by the gap between what you expected and what showed up, and you can close that gap yourself. Cognitive reframing changes how you see a setback without changing the setback. Your brain constantly predicts outcomes, and when reality misses that prediction, you feel shame instead of just information. Say you lost $4,000 on a stock pick last month. Catastrophic version. I'm terrible with money. I'll never get ahead. Reframed version. This is one line item in a 40-year investing career. What does it teach me? One version slams every door shut. The other hands you the keys. This isn't toxic positivity. It's accurate accounting that keeps you in the game long enough to win it. Your brain is a soap opera director. Lose 4 grand on one bad call. Cue the dramatic music. Your financial life is over. Meanwhile, the market already moved on to lunch. Chapter 2. The emergency fund that actually works. We keep first aid kits for cut fingers. Where's the one for financial emergencies? A financial first aid kit is a set of rules you write down while calm, not while panicking over a surprise car repair. It targets your specific triggers, like doom scrolling your brokerage app at 2 a.m. Start with 3 to 6 months of expenses in cash, untouched. So a layoff or a $3,000 medical bill never forces a bad call under pressure. Add one written rule. Never trade or buy anything big on a day you're feeling strong emotion. Add a cooling off contact. Someone you text before any purchase over $500. You're never caught flat-footed. You've got tools built for how your actual brain behaves under stress. Your amygdala during a crash is a toddler who found the candy aisle unsupervised, wired, and incapable of a reasonable decision. Your emergency fund is the parent who calmly says, "That's enough sugar for tonight." Chapter 3. The 3 a.m. spreadsheet spiral. Ever try to stop thinking about a bad investment, only to think about it more? That's rumination, and it costs more than the original loss. It's replaying the past on a loop with zero resolution, nothing like problem solving, which actually moves you somewhere. Forcing yourself to stop just strengthens the loop. The fix is redirection. Try the 5-3-1 technique. Name 5 things you can physically see right now. Change location, even just to another room. Spend 3 minutes on something demanding full focus, like your actual budget, line by line. Then take one productive action, canceling a forgotten subscription, adjusting a savings goal. This works because it redirects attention instead of fighting the thought head-on. Chapter 4. Nobody's watching your bank account. There's a psychological glitch that convinces you everyone at Thanksgiving dinner is silently ranking your salary, when almost nobody is paying attention. Cornell researchers proved this when students wore an embarrassing t-shirt into a room of strangers. Wearers guessed nearly half the room noticed. It was closer to 1 in 4, and most forgot within minutes. Money works the same way. You're the main character of your own life, painfully aware of every dollar you haven't saved. Everyone else is the main character of theirs. worried about their own numbers. Remember feeling embarrassed about your paycheck at your cousin's wedding? Can you name one financial mistake anyone else made there? Probably not. They were too busy worrying about their own. This is genuinely freeing. You get to decide based on your goals instead of an imaginary courtroom. Your brain. Everyone noticed you're still driving a 2015 Civic. Reality. Everyone's wondering if anyone noticed their own car. We're all just parked in the same lot, folks. Talk to yourself like Mike would. Changing how you talk to yourself about money, swapping I for your own first name, can measurably cut financial anxiety. Research out of Michigan State found this tiny shift creates psychological distance from intense emotion, right when you need clarity most. Say, I can't afford this. I've ruined everything, and you're fused to the panic. Say, Mike can handle this. Mike's gotten through tight months before, and you activate the same brain region you'd use advising a friend. That gives you access to your own best thinking, on demand. You'd never tell a friend who overspent 1 month they're a failure. You'd say it happens. Here's the plan. Your own inner voice skipped that lesson completely. Chapter 6. The road trip that runs out of gas. Positive thinking isn't the problem. Positive thinking without a plan is. NYU psychologist Dr. Gabriele Oettingen found that vividly imagining the wind feels so good, it drains the energy you need to pursue it. Mental contrasting fixes that. First, picture the goal in detail. Debt-free, a $40,000 down payment, an actual retirement date. Then name the obstacle honestly. I'll skip the savings transfer the second an impulse buy feels good. Then build an if-then plan. If I feel the urge to buy something I don't need, I wait 24 hours and check the budget first. This harnesses optimism while preparing you for the obstacle that's actually coming. It's wishful thinking versus a real strategy. Pure positive thinking about money is planning a road trip from destination photos alone. I'm going to be a millionaire. This'll be amazing. Then being shocked when the tank hits empty because nobody checked the mileage. Chapter 7. The portfolio that gets stronger from stress. What if your finances could get stronger from a crash instead of just surviving one? That's anti-fragility, a term coined by Nassim Nicholas Taleb for systems that gain strength from disorder. Your muscles grow from workout stress. Finances grow the same way, through calculated exposure, not by avoiding every risk. Build a second income stream so one layoff can't sink the ship. Keep some cash on the sidelines, so a downturn becomes a buying opportunity instead of a 5-alarm fire. Run an occasional no-spend week on purpose, so a real lean month never feels unfamiliar. Build in redundancy, more than one income source, more than one savings bucket, so no single failure takes it all down. This flips your relationship with volatility, from dreading the next crash to profiting from it. Your comfort zone is your favorite old hoodie, comfortable, a little embarrassing, and if you never take it off, you miss every opportunity the chaos creates. Why hope alone won't get you out of debt. Jim Stockdale was a prisoner of war for 7 years. When asked who didn't survive, his answer was shocking. Not the pessimists, the optimists. The ones who kept saying we'll be out by Christmas, then Easter, then Christmas again, until hope broke them. The ones who made it did 2 things. They faced the truth. This could take years, and they never doubted they'd get out. That's the Stockdale paradox. Now apply it to debt. Say you owe $15,000. Blind optimism says, I'll clear this by New Year's, no real plan, and quits the second reality hits. Pure pessimism says this is hopeless, why bother, and stops paying. Stockdale's way says both at once. This will take a while, and I will get there. Brutal honesty plus unshakable commitment. That's it. Works for debt, retirement, rebuilding after a failed business, anything that takes years. To conclude, the system that replaces willpower. What if instead of lurching from crisis to crisis, you had one system that made you resilient by default? A resilient system folds every technique above into your normal routine, practiced during calm months, not invented mid-emergency. 4 parts. Physiological, the 90-second pause before any emotional money decision. Cognitive, reframing losses, talking to yourself in third person. Behavioral, mental contrasting, plus anti-fragile habits like a second income stream. Social, 2 or 3 people you can talk to about money honestly. Zero judgment. Set a monthly money check-in until it's automatic. This turns resilience from a personality trait into a built skill. Systems beat willpower every time. We treat financially resilient people like they were born that way, but it's built through repetition, like an update for your financial brain that never slows anything down. Every tool tonight does one job. It turns panic into data, setbacks into lessons, volatility into fuel. So the next crisis finds you ready instead of scrambling. Your resilience was never measured by dodging every downturn. It's measured by how you handle the next one. Pick one technique from today. Practice it for a week, then add another. Building real wealth is a long game, and it starts with one decision. Make it today. And hey, if this helped, hit subscribe and drop a like, and tell me in the comments which technique you're starting with.